Hello, good day, you sexy people. Hello, Justin. Hello, Reaper people. Hello, Paka people. Hello, people. How you doing? Can you hear me test? Hello, Bug Lips. Hello, Maricella. Hello, Quindley. How you doing, guys? What's up? Hello, Fractal. Greetings. Well met. Hello, Jedi. Hello, Anki. Hello, Gimli. How you doing? Yes, Bug Lips. I agree with that. Hello, Moneta. No, I haven't stripped it yet. I haven't stripped the model yet. Maybe I will later. Hello, Mistress Torturous. Torturous Mistress. How you doing? Nice to see you here. What's up? Hello, Kuro. Good day. What is Justin? I don't know, he's here. Maybe he's eating lunch. Because unfortunately, my stream exactly happens when he's having lunch with his girlfriend and stuff. Which is sad in a way, because me and Justin, you guys don't know this. I'll reveal a secret to you. Hello, Ty, how you doing? Me and Justin always are late in going live, not because one of us is late, but because we always end up talking and we forget the time. Literally, always happens like that. Me and Justin cannot shut up when we are in the same room.
That is true. I can second that.
See? So, I've been working on this model on my own stream, but that doesn't matter. I have to just get rid of it from the BBD so I can get the other model on it. But what I want to say is that this beautiful blue that you see on the model was airbrushed thanks to Reaper Vex, the greatest airbrush that has ever been. I hate airbrushing. Man, I know it sounds like an infomercial, but I swear to God, I hate airbrushing, but since I started using Reaper Vex, I'm enjoying it. I'm not a paid actor, trust me. I got gifted the thing, but I'm not a paid actor. I swear, it's a great airbrush. I love it. So anyway, today we're gonna be working on this baby, our Clockwork dragon. We're gonna be doing side B. We'll be finishing it all today. Hello, Arkan, how you doing? Thank you, Puro. With just for easy payments of BBD 99, you can... Yes, you can. What blue is it? I think it's a Chimera blue. For the big paper. Well, I am pretty sure, like, in my Reaper collection of paints, I probably have a blue that is exactly as powerful, I just don't know it. You guys have no idea how many Reaper paints I have. You just don't have an idea. I have, like, 2 drawers full of Reaper paints. I don't know where to put them, dude. I mean, I have a couple of ideas, but... It comes from the state, yes. Oh, you can, Moneta. What are you talking about? Of course you can. I have done it. You can airbrush them. Okay, so I need to remember what colors I was using for this. You can. I mean, if you can airbrush Chimera, you can definitely airbrush Reaper. So, how are you guys doing tonight? What's up? Are you happy? Those of you packers who watch my stream, are you happy to get a double BBD? I love giving you my double BBD. I can do with a bit of coffee and a good dinner, I can give you a triple BBD if you want. Maybe one of these days I will give you a triple BBD. Still working. Hello, Dark. How you doing? Okay, so we got a bunch of paints on our palette, so we can get to work. No, triple BBD is just like, you know. I've done triple BBD very rarely in my life. Usually, the most I can do is double BBD. Triple BBD, it happened very, very rarely. Mostly with Marika, though. What are we talking about again? What did you do, Varla? You know something else you can't do? 24-hour streams. That's fair. I have decided that from now on, all of my celebration streams will be split in two. We're gonna be having 2 13-hour streams that can be unlocked rather than one long 24 hours. I think that's more sensible. Nobody wants to watch me be miserable for the last 6 hours of streaming anyway. Burger King. I mean, you did right. You did the right thing. Burger King is amazing. Okay. So let's start from somewhere. Let's block in our Colosseum. I still need to find a way to base this guy. I'm probably gonna put him on a piece of plastic card. Just to have him based somewhere, because I don't like him to be so floaty. Hello MG, how you doing? Just failed my PSM 2 certification. Needed 85% credit question. What's a PSM 2 certification? Also, what Irish friend?
I wonder if that's a reference to some sort of alcohol.
I think so. Knowing Ty, yes.
Also, Ty, we're sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm sure you'll get it next time.
Yeah.
In fact, Luca will personally help you study, because I hear it's his birthday.
Right, but what is a PSM though? I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
It's not my birthday though. It isn't. Trust me, it isn't. Okay, so we're gonna be working on this little leg first. I hate every one of you, especially Justin, because he's the one starting it every time. God damn it. What is
That's true. MG Photo is right. It'll actually roll around to your real birthday, and you're going, it's not my birthday, and you go, wait, no, actually it is my birthday.
You know, it actually would probably happen. I'm not used to celebrating my birthday anyway, so like, it's possible. What is an easy way to fix metallics? Made a mistake, but I don't want to strip the whole model. Paint over it? Just paint over the mistake? My favorite Russian mini paint. I'm Italian. It's Justin's birthday. Right. Happy birthday, Justin.
Well, thank you guys. Hey, let me know. I'll send over my my gift list in case you guys want to pick me up some stuff for my birthday. I appreciate that.
Right. It's also my birthday. Join the Patreon.
Ah.
Hello, Gallo. How you doing? Yeah, Bug Lips. I am very, very happy to have hit the sub goal. I am so happy. I'm happy for a bunch of reasons. First off, we stave off starvation for another month. But secondly, because I can get to give away something to you guys, so I don't feel completely miserable. Oh, speaking of Patreon, since I am jokingly selling out, might as well do it fully. I will be uploading the full guide on how I painted this bad boy tomorrow. You will be getting all of the guides released tomorrow. It took me a while to get them done because I was expecting another model. So I didn't really start painting this until very late. But yes, the full guide on how I painted this thing will be up tomorrow. The whole series. I'm sorry if it's so late in the month, but I thankfully already have the model for next month. So I'm gonna be starting that guide immediately. Thank you, Dark. I will be giving it away on my own channel for free, so you don't have to be subbed or anything. You can just join the giveaway if you guys want. So there's that too. I really want to do giveaways also for the models I paint here on the Twitch channel. For Reaper, I mean. Like, I don't know, maybe not this model, but like, oh, maybe also this, I don't know. But like, we could do, I don't know. I'm trying for a way to help Reaper out. And, you know, you could set up your own bot points, you know, Reaper? You could do that. You could set up the same bot that I have that gives points to people based if they're watching, if they are subbed, etc.
Ooh, is it a third-party bot?
Yes. And
yeah, go ahead and send me that info when you get a chance. I've been looking at other bots to kind of integrate. So we want to. It's funny you speak of points because we want to actually integrate a system that works with our online website too, so that in theory people watching could use those points on our store, on our website, right? But that takes a little more back end programming as well as some API design on our end. So it's been in development for quite a while now. It's just not really there yet.
Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, if you just want a bot that gives points to people, like for example, my own bot, when people subscribe, they get 500 points. When they gift a sub, they get 1,000. And when they watch the stream, they get 1 point per minute, or 2 points if they are subbed. And they can spend those points to join the giveaways, right? So it's a way, and I'm speaking about this openly because my community knows fully about this, because I don't hide anything from them. It's a way to encourage people's subscriptions, because they're like, okay, well, I can support this guy, so he doesn't starve. And at the same time, I am gaining something from it, which is more of a chance of winning a giveaway from this model. And that's why I do these giveaways in the first place, to give back to my community for the support they give me. So I have the unlockable giveaway with subscriptions. Every month, if we reach the goal, I do give away a commission. But I also have the normal giveaway, which I give away anyway, which is a painted model. And yeah, we could do something like that on this stream too. Like, I could paint these puppets here, and we could give them away. Like, if you guys cover the cost of shipping from me to the guy who won, I'm down to ship anywhere. I already do it. I'm a commission painter, so it's not a problem.
All right, yeah, we need to, in fact, speaking of which, we probably need to have a meeting sometime, you and I, Luca, in order to kind of talk about some stuff.
If you want to, I am down.
Some fun things to implement, just like that.
After this stream, dude, I can talk to you for as long as you want.
So you fall asleep, right?
No, tomorrow is my free day, so I can actually be a little bit late because I can sleep more tomorrow morning.
All right.
Lol, bug lips. Yes, I wish you didn't, Gimli. Yeah, the Streamlabs chatbot has its own point system, so you could use that one too. Hello, Jet, how you doing? So we are base coating the silvery part here. I got carried away talking. I wanted to do only the leg, and then I ended up base coating out the model, but it's fine. I need to paint it anyway. It's not like we wasted anything. Let me use a Pugh brush though, because this one is very fancy. It's very new. It's it. Base coating. Okay. Okay, so we got kind of the base coat. So let's work on highlighting. And as always, the magic is gonna happen in front of your eyes, and you won't even know it happened. Until you look again and you're like, oh, shit, it happened. That's why non-metallic is so amazing to me as a technique, because even the guy who does the non-metallic gets surprised by it. It's so amazing. Because it looks like a gray mess, and then a few brush strokes later it's like, oh fuck, it's metal. I said fart, by the way, in case you were wondering if I said a foul word. I didn't. I said, oh, fart. I would never curse. I hate cursing. Yes. Yes. I'm waiting for my own ugly face to end, mistress. It started when I was about 12 and it hasn't ended yet. Hopefully in my 60s I'll be a good looking man. Yes, I'm still growing. I'm still growing into my nose, yeah. As always, if you have any questions about painting, Italian food, how to get laid, let me know. I'm very good, not at the last one, but at the others, I can be super helpful. So just ask. The last one will be Justin's answer.
Not so sure I can help with that either.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a numbers game.
Right. What do you mean?
Meaning you're gonna have to throw a few pitches, you know?
Right.
Before you manage to actually throw one to the catcher.
Right. So what you're saying is that you are with your girlfriend just because she accepted you?
No, I actually hit the double jackpot there.
Ah, okay. He said while she was clearly listening to him, looking at him. More than one girlfriend? Well, that's does she have a twin? Is that the double jackpot you're talking about?
No.
Okay. You know me, Gimli. It's just like part of my character. Like I love digging myself into a hole and then all of a sudden coming out of it. It's just like my character, dude. It's me. Like I am exactly that kind of persona. I love screwing myself and then somewhat coming out of it.
Someone clip that.
My girlfriend is cheating on me anyway. She's been listening to Dude more than she listens to me now. Like she got close to the big management in a company, and she's working as a social media manager. Which, by the way, if you guys at Reaper need one, my girlfriend is there and she's very good. But anyway, and that guy keeps calling her for 3-4 hours a day to talk about, you know, management and plans for the company. So like she's been talking to him more than me. Who wouldn't, Gallo, right?
Maricella. It's my work.
Right. It's your work, right. I mean, I'm only okay with the fact that the dude is 60 and I don't think... No, you can't post links, mistress. This link
but you can message it to me.
This link posting thing, is it really necessary to block people from doing it?
It's one of those things where people have never abused it, but I don't know. I'm always afraid.
But if they do, can't you just ban them?
Oh, I could, yes. But we also don't. We have a team of mods, sort of, in that I've modded several people, and if they're here, great. I haven't officially. If I had a complete set of mods that we organized like time frames for them to be here to kind of constantly catch that stuff, I think it'd be fine.
Just mod the streamers. They can ban the dude if there is no mod. I mean, I'm a mod here, am I not? I could ban people.
I don't know. Actually, Mini didn't. I don't know if you are a mod on. Yeah.
Let me. Well, I don't know. Do this.
Well, meaning Quindy,
No,
meaning I don't hold you to a schedule, is what I mean. I actually was talking to Dave about this the other day, and actually getting like a pay schedule done for our moderators, and actually getting them formally organized.
I love how our streams always end up talking about the insight and the inner aspect of managing companies and coming up with products. Like, one of these days, somebody's gonna be like, Luca, can you please stop talking about this stuff on stream? Because I don't know why, but I just love, like, I love being an insider. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I love having knowledge that people don't have and just talking about it openly as if it was normal. It's something that I enjoy doing.
Also, I believe Maricella she's a mod, so she kind of covers your show, which is good.
Right.
And also, Buglips, you're right. I haven't given you guys any more instructions, but I didn't want to. I gave you guys mod ability because you're usually watching, but I don't want you guys to feel any sort of obligation or pressure to, like actually, because most of the people watching this stuff have their own work schedules, they have their own lives. They're very, you know what I mean? They're busy people. Like, they're as busy in their normal lives as I am doing this, since this is my job, right? So it's hard, I think, unless I get dedicated people to mod. Who really genuinely want to take on that obligation. I just can't assume it for people at this point, unless they formally agree to it.
His username is Reaper Miniatures, Mistress. If you tag Reaper, it's him.
That's true, Quindy, you are. And another thing too is with instruction comes like expectation that we will compensate our mods. And right now we're only paying our mods in goodwill and love and Reaper love and Luca shows.
I'm paying my mod with access to my OnlyFans. That's literally all I can do for them. I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm joking.
Or do you?
Oh, do I? I wish I said this multiple times and I still hold true to it. I said this millions of times and I believe in it. If I ever get to a point where I have disposable income, like, I don't know, I get to 1400 subs or something like that, I will be paying my mod. But unfortunately right now I just cannot afford it. I cannot. So I rely upon their kindness of being around and trying to be helpful and stuff. Thank you, Royal. Thank you.
But in terms of Quindy and Buglips, I don't know of any other mods that are actually here. I need to reach out to you guys and probably get a formal meeting done and get some stuff done with Dave too to kind of come together on this so that we can cover all the shows no matter what.
I love what you guys are doing with the channel, by the way. Like, this whole system that you have created for the streamings and have multiple different streamers working for you, it's a very innovative thing. And I think it's gonna... I don't know if you have ways of knowing it, because, like, besides the income from streaming that comes from subscriptions and stuff, like, I don't know if you noticed an increase in sales of models or stuff like that, but I believe it has happened. Like, lots of... Yeah?
I think it does. I think there are... Unfortunately, I wish there was a way we could formally measure that so that we could actually put a hard, like, number on it. We do see increase in sales. It's hard to pin down what's what, though. That's kind of the problem. And that's one thing we're kind of working on as a way to realistically measure that, you know?
Yeah.
And so that we can put concrete numbers on, because with that also comes like, hey, your show's doing great in viewership, but hey, we're not promoting enough of X or Y. We need to do X or Y, right? Because, it needs to be better. Now, we're not doing that at this. We're not in any position to do that. We like just having great people on to entertain our constituents, as it were.
If you guys enjoy Reaper, the minis, the show, either my show or Anne's show, I don't matter in this, okay? I'm not selling out myself. If you guys enjoy what this channel gives to you, either because of me being here or other people being here or the company, $5 a month is not much to show love. Like, I'm not telling you to subscribe, I'm just telling you that if you enjoy being around the Reaper channel and it's the one you watch mostly, consider subscribing. They're nice guys. They can use the money to, better the channel. Create more shows, maybe. Find ways to evolve,
I always say right now, if people want to, and I've encouraged people to do this for a long time, but I'll say it here too with you guys. If you there is always a note section of your order. If you place your order and in that note you want to say something nice like, "Hey, saw this on Luca's show," or "Hey, Justin's such a great guy, such a great personality. I bought this miniature." You're completely welcome to put that in the notes.
That would be a lie, though. The last one.
It would be a complete lie, but hey, I would appreciate it.
No, it would be nice to have like a bit of a for first time buyers, have a bit of a forceful survey that asks, "Where did you hear about us?" So like when a new IP buys from your website, you ask them where they found out about you. And when they answer, you don't ask them anymore. It's not like every time you ask, but like when a new account is made or something, you forcefully ask them where they found out about you. And they might tell you, Like they have to tell you, and it takes them 2 seconds to be like, "Oh, a friend told me," or mini painters told me, or something. That can help you dodge.
I was gonna say Royal Llamas. That's actually basically what we do right now. We look at graphs in terms of sales and win. And so typically, for instance, if when we first aired this model here, was it 5 weeks ago? We checked that next day and then the coming days in terms of sales for the Clockwork Dragon, and I think some other stuff we've done on the channel.
Has it happened though? Have you sold
we saw models? Some increase, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like it's small percentage. It was only a handful, but it's still something, right? That's still sales that in theory, unless it's coincidental.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. That's partly why I cannot wait to get to the next model. Not because I'm sick of this one, but because I want to show my talents on other minis. Maybe with less non-metallic and more skin. You know what I mean? Like, I think we all saw how my non-metallic is. We can move on to something a bit more varied. And I have the Giants here, which I cannot wait to work on. But next week is going to be fun because we're going to be using the airbrush quite a lot. You're not going to be able to see me use it, unfortunately. I mean, by next week, I can free some room on my desk. Or maybe, yeah, I can find a way, actually. I can get like a piece of cardboard or something to block the minis and keep them safe from the spray. So I can do it on stream. Hello, Shedza. How you doing?
We also had considered using the affiliate link thing on our own channel like we have for other streamers, but it doesn't come with a discount. So it's just a link that you can click that all it essentially does is track the sales data just straight up. So if we put it in the bottom of the channel, it would work like it does for other sponsored streamers where people can click on it, it takes them to whatever, and then it ties them to the show and the time kind of when it happens. So there is that, and that's kind of a data tracker, but there's no incentive for people to do it. And I believe that it's hard to expect customers to always want to do it unless there's some sort of incentive, just because why would I go out of my way to click a link if I've already got the web page pulled up if I gain nothing from it other than just to support the channel, which is great, but that's not enough for some people, right?
I don't know, dude. I have affiliate links with other websites and many of my packers have clicked it. Many.
Speaking of which, I meant to ask you, Luca, did you ever get an offer? We've gotten a couple of sponsorship offers for the first time ever in the history of the channel, by the way, within the last 2-3 months, I think. We didn't take either of them, but one of them was for Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes, I was offered Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, we got an offer for them, and it was like, we don't do that kind of stuff, let alone would I would say, would we promote Raid Shadow Legends, which is notorious for being a gacha game, as it were.
I kind of wanted to accept it, though, because they were offering me so much money. Like, I can't share how much because it's under NDA.
Yeah.
But they were offering a stupid amount of money.
Oh, Raid Shadow Legends?
Yes.
Yes, they same thing with us. The initial offer we got, and I didn't even talk to him. But the initial offer we got, I was like, holy crap.
Yes.
I was like, maybe we should play Raid Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
But now I was like, maybe
No,
we should. But
I
it
was
was
like,
more
yes.
money than yeah. Granted, it was only our second ever sponsorship offer. The first was from a music place, which actually we should have taken that one. But
I didn't get that one. Fuck. I mean, fact. I didn't get that one. I want the offer for music. Why didn't they offer me? I have more viewers than
that's
Reaper.
That's why I owe $20,000 to Candy Crush. Exactly.
No, in the case of streaming, no. You didn't have a script to read, Mistress. You didn't have a script to read, and no, the payment was just no. No, there was no script to read.
Yeah, there wasn't one for us either, but we also didn't get to the second phase, which it's possible that as soon as you enter negotiations with them and you tell them kind of your rate and or what they're going to do, because we were assigned like a person to talk to make it happen, and we didn't even go that far because we weren't even going to remotely consider it, honestly, because it just doesn't fit with our brand too. Like lots of reasons outside of just what it is, we don't play video games on the channel, and if we do, it'll likely be a big Reaper group game, and it'll likely be Baldur's Gate 3, hint hint.
What that means?
Yeah, there's a small chance that I will convince, I should say, not that I would, because I mean I will. It will happen, because there was a period in the beginning of the COVID thing when we were all in lockdown where I almost had all of them play Divinity Original Sin 2. But I kind of got them into that sort of a game, and it's turn-based. But it would likely be Dave, Ed, Ron, maybe one other person. We'll see. But it will be some sort of it'll be a bonus stream of some sort, maybe like on a weekend, or I'm not sure. But I imagine a non-zero number of people would watch it.
I would watch it just to tell Ed about the palette. Even if it kills me, you guys are gonna make a palette for me. I swear to God. It's my new life goal. You will make a palette.
After the stream, I'll talk to you about it some more, and you can reach out to because I mean, I as much as I would love to be able to really affect change in product sense, I do not, unfortunately. I mean, I kind of do and I kind of don't, but the correct tree to bark up, I can point you in the right direction if you really want to have a serious conversation about it.
Yeah, I do. I actually do. I think it can sell.
One, I will say this though, as a kind of just a precursor.
Yeah.
I would say that right now things are pretty busy in terms of the people you'll need to talk to, so it may not happen till after RVE, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm patient. As long as I have, like, a place to be pointed at, I'm good. I just need direction. Okay, so we got the little leggy done. How cute it is. Okay. So we can keep moving forward. As I said, I would like to get the body finished up today.
Oh, thank you, mistress.
Thank you, baby. One of my alpacas being beautiful. God damn it. Hello, Holtz. How you doing? Okay. Man, an hour almost passed already. What the hell? I need to get good. I really want to complete the body today, so we can do the wings next week. I don't want to sit another week on this model. So next week is going to be the last stream I do on this thing. And whether I finish it or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to finish it off stream if I have to. I don't care. I need to get this done. We spent way too long on this model. I want to do the giants. I want to do skin tones. I want to do fun things. I mean, this is fun, huh? Honestly. Like, it's always good practice for me. Non-metallic is always an interesting technique to practice, and you never master it. So it's always interesting to work on volumes that you are not familiar with because you never painted the model before. But also for you guys, like, I want to do some nice gold non-metallic, some lava effects, you know, some serious BBD. You know what I mean? I can show you what I mean by serious BBD. I will show you what I mean by serious BBD. Are you ready, Justin, for some serious BBD? It's so serious, so serious that I have to zoom out. Like, that's how serious the BBD. There we go. Something like this. Like, something like this.
Holy crap, that's badass.
Yes.
Love the color on that.
Thank you. Something like that. Isn't it meant to be red? Yes. We already talked about this. Hello, Zyko, how you doing? Hello, Al, how you doing? Hello, Eeps, how you doing? Good day, boys, good day. Yes, you're just daltonic. He is red. Sorry, colorblind, not daltonic. Although daltonic probably is also a word in English. Do you say daltonic for people who don't see colors?
I'm sorry?
Is the word daltonic English? Like, does it mean something?
No, that's, yeah.
Okay, because in Italian the word for colorblindness is daltonico. But it comes from Greek. So I would have assumed it would be also English, but no, okay.
Yeah, for us it's just colorblind, or there's certain color, there's all different color blindness, right? Like different colors, different shades, that kind of stuff.
What do you use it for then?
Like daltonic or just colorblind?
Daltonic. What does it mean in English?
I have never heard the word, to be honest. I could not tell you. Not that I'm a walking dictionary, but my vernacular's fairly decent.
It's not even Tuesday. Are you stupid?
Now there is, according to this, there is Daltonism, which is color blindness, especially the inability to distinguish from red and green. But we definitely don't use that in reference to people who are colorblind.
Right.
Or at least I don't, and I don't know anyone who does. There probably is a non-zero number of people who do.
No, it probably is like one of those obscure old English words that nobody uses. But we still use in Italy because of the roots of the word. Also, daltonico is faster to say than cieco per I colori, because colorblind in Italian would be said cieco per I colori, which is super long to say, and daltonico is much faster. I don't know. The mysteries of language. Yeah, Gallo, exactly. I'm literally trying to speed paint this thing. Like, I'm trying to get a non-metallic speed paint. Hello, Shadow. How you doing, man? Good evening. What colors I use? I am using a bunch of different brands. I don't stop only at one brand. And there's a reason for that. Every brand has its own strengths and weaknesses. We were talking about this today also with Anne. And it was actually a very interesting conversation. But like, yes, every brand has its own strengths and weaknesses. So I use many different brands at the same time in my painting. Because some of them are more viscous when I need coverage. Others are more fluid when I need blending. Some are satin when I need to develop a texture that is that has a sheen. Some are matte when I need to develop a texture that has no sheen. And every paint brand has its own qualities and weaknesses. Although I will say this, as a single brand, like if you want to be a one-trick pony, Reaper is probably one of the, if not the best brand to use as a one-trick pony brand. Because you can modify the paints with medium, so like if you need satin, you can use a satin medium. And the paints perform really, really well. Coverage is an issue, but you can fix it by just priming the model grey. Yeah, exactly, Zyko. They're good all around. Okay, just quick blend. I'm using wet blending here to get the blends sorted out quickly. They won't be perfect, incredible blends, but the model is gonna be seen from this distance anyway. Because like if you want to fully observe the model, you have to imagine about the wings too, which are this big. So in order to see the whole model, you have to zoom out like this. So I'm trying to paint the model for, even though I'm using non-metallic, I'm still considering the distance at which it will be observed. And I don't have to go insane blending everything perfectly. Also for the sake of speed, because I think, again, these streams are... again, I don't know, but like, these streams are, I assume, interesting because of the chats we have. And at least that's how I see it. The same way I see my own stream in a way. Like, my own stream is kind of the same. Like, I paint well, yes, but I don't think it's the pivotal point of my stream. Like the conversations we have is what really gets people to come back. I don't know. Yeah, they're massive, Varl. They are massive. Giant BBD wings. Love. I have had people be mad because they showed up on my stream too late and I already had lunch. I was like, no, I missed lunch. Gimli, you just have to thank God COVID exists, because if it didn't, I would have been in the US already. You and I would have already met at ReaperCon, and you probably would have the shape of my foot onto your butt permanently marked. No, jokes aside, I cannot wait to come to the US. Looking at the statistics of my stream, 30% of my viewers are American, which is a lot. Because all the others are split up between various European and Asian countries. So a lot of people who watch me are American, and I cannot wait to go to the US because It means I can get to meet you guys. If Mistress doesn't come to ReaperCon next year, I'm gonna ban her from my stream. Mistress. And Antheo maybe is forgiven because she has a kid coming up. But you, Mistress, you need to come. Zyko as well, he has a baby too, so I don't know if he can come, but like I'll be happy to meet all of you guys. I don't want to go to tech. Are you joking? We can go shooting guns, we can go eat burger. You can take a selfie with me wearing a cowboy hat. You can take a selfie with me offending the locals by saying, "Howdy, partner," in a pub and get shot. That's so many good stories that can happen, dude. I wanna walk into a saloon and be like, "Howdy, partner, can I have some tea?" And see how the waiter replies. If I get shot 6 times or if they actually give me tea. What do you think, Justin?
They would give you tea, but I also don't know where you would even find a saloon these days, to be honest. Most of the DFW is pretty well developed. That they just, I hate to kind of, demystify it, but they look like basic bars. Probably very similar to what they are in Italy.
No. So don't they sing country roads in them? I've been told by my viewer that they have country roads playing all the time and they sing it, etc.
Well, country roads is about West Virginia, not Texas. But is it playing somewhere? Sure. I would say you're more likely to hear Garth Brooks or any number of country artists these days.
No, don't burst my bubble.
That's fair. You're right, Shadowspawn. And that's what I was thinking of. Is I live in Fort Worth, where there is the stockyards. The stockyards have some more, I guess, old-timey type feel, but to my knowledge, I don't think there's a tradition like those swinging doors on a saloon. There's nothing like that I can think of that's down there. It kind of has the same feel, rustic, right?
Yeah. It's like, it's funny, but like, if I were to choose how to experience America, weirdly enough, I would like to experience rural America more than the metropolitan America. Because metropolitan America, I feel it's very similar to Milan in Italy or any big European city. While rural America has its own culture. Now, I am not entirely sure I would enjoy all of it, because there are some parts of the US which are different and weird and I don't know very well, but like I would just as a tourist, I would like to see how the things are.
I think in terms of that, there's definitely some options. Like my fiance's parents, they live out in it's rural Fort Worth. It's definitely in the country. They live on some land. I mean, that might be kind of what you're expecting in terms of out here, at least.
Yeah, I want to go horseback riding. I want to shoot guns. I want to eat burgers. Like go on
I can help you with all of that except for the horseback. I don't own any horses, nor do I know anyone who owns horses.
That's so sad.
I appreciate the hype, Quindy, but I've definitely never wrestled a bull. And I actually don't own a cowboy hat, which is surprising because I do like them well enough. Because I own a pair of cowboy boots.
Don't people wear cowboy hats in Texas?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see them as often. Like I said, you don't see them as often as you'd think. You're more likely to see like the Cowboys sports team memorabilia than you are anything else. I mean, you'll see the occasional cowboy hat, but it's not. I believe our highwaymen, our state highwaymen, our patrol officers, they wear cowboy hats.
That's cool.
Also, Nomad's correct. It highly depends on where. So Texas, you can experience damn near every part of the United States because you have coastal life down in Corpus and in Galveston. I mean, it's all over the place. Texas has it all, kind of. It's really, frankly, it's the best state in the union, if I'm going to be honest.
Does it have redheaded girls with freckles and a pale skin?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, They exist here, yes. Now, one thing Texas doesn't have, and I will admit this, one thing Texas does not have is mountains. There's just no real mountains in Texas.
I see. Can't buy weed in Texas yet, though. Dark Heresy coming at us with the big problems.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you greatly there, Mistress, because here in Texas, we can kind of do everything and we can get anywhere fairly quick. New York City is really rough in terms of traffic and just bad air quality and, like, no offense, of course.
Gonna hide my face for a sec so you guys can.
I would visit New York City. I mean, that would be fine. I mean, in terms of metropolitan cities, it's great. Sure. You're not wrong. That upstate New York is definitely very pretty. But like, you know,
I have watched The Sopranos, and New York and New Jersey look like massive barren wastelands where factories were once, and now they are decaying buildings. That's my impression as an Italian. That's my impression of New York and New Jersey. I don't know if that's actually how they look like, but that's what you see in The Sopranos, so I must trust it, right?
Also, Cranky, you could absolutely ride. In fact, there are snowmobiles here. They just aren't on snow. You just ride them around like normal, because it's rolling plains here with little. You just kick up a lot of dust.
Yeah, MG, exactly. You can be more specific, Dragna. Just say it. Italy. Don't say Europe. Just say Italy. We invented food, man. Before people were eating dirt, then Italy came upon us and created real food and recipes. No, I'm joking. That didn't happen. I would like to go in Alaska, like Canada, also places like that.
Yeah, my fiance is spent most of her young life in Alaska. Her family's basically from Alaska, more or less.
How is growing up in Alaska?
She loved it. She did. She loved it. I can't speak to it as I have not been. I imagine I will sometime within the next 5 years. But it's if I had to choose another state to live that wasn't Texas, in terms of, you know, liberties and you know, just the kind of the freedom I feel like the state has in a lot of ways, I would probably choose Alaska. Alaska would be my second.
Hello, Royal. How you doing, man? Alaska is expensive? Really? I would think Alaska has like 3 people living in it.
There are definitely large amounts of Alaska that are just uninhabited. And in some cases, uninhabitable. It's definitely, you know.
Right, that makes sense, Dark. That makes sense. Nebraska. Yes, also Nebraska. Wait, there was this TV show. Wait, okay, so we're going back to the past, but I have seen a TV show in the early 2000s about a doctor that lived in New York, of whose wife died, and he moved to a mountain area with his son and his daughter, and his son played the piano, and he became like a village doctor. What's the name of that show, and what's the place he was in? Because that was a beautiful place. And it was like a snowy place.
What was this again?
It was a show about a bearded doctor losing the wife and moving to a mountain area and becoming the village doctor of this area, and his son played the piano and went to Juilliard and stuff like that. Does nobody remember that show, really? Am I the only one?
Fractal Audio says that's Northern Exposure, but I have no idea.
I have no idea. That's not the title that we had in Italy, because otherwise I would recognize it. I don't know. It's not MG, goddammit. I'm serious. What was that show? It was beautiful. The intro song was like doo 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 doo. But that's not Seinfeld. Okay, whatever. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I asked. I can't see the link, Royal. But I'm pretty sure it's never gonna give you up. Or some trolley thing, isn't it?
Also, Shadow Spawn, you're not wrong that those are by definition considered mountains, but they're not like, I don't know. I guess when I envision mountains, at least mountains that I find pretty, and mountains that I actually enjoy being around, I imagine snow caps and things that are a little more, little less. I would say they're the best mountains that Texas could offer in terms of what they look like.
No, it's not that one, Royal. Everwood, thank God, Avail, thank you. Everwood. Where was Everwood set? The show. Because those places were amazing. They looked fantastic. Everwood. Thank you, Avail. Colorado, I think. I only saw like one episode. Okay. Colorado seems like a nice place then. If it's Colorado, that's a nice place. Is Colorado nice?
Yes, Colorado is beautiful. I love Colorado in terms of the way it looks. My fiance and I were discussing places that are states that we could see ourselves living in that weren't just Texas in terms of, you know, maybe where our jobs took us, stuff like that. And Colorado was definitely high on that list. Including Florida. I love Florida too, though. I like the Miami area specifically. It's really nice down there. And the Keys, the Florida Keys are amazing.
I would love to do like the classical European hipster boy thing and go to the US and just do a backpack traveling across the whole freaking thing and do how do you call it when you pull your thumb out and ask people to give you a passage?
Hitchhiking?
Hitchhiking. Does it still
That's
work in the
illegal
US?
in some areas, though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Do people still do hitchhiking though in the places where you can?
Oh, well, I mean, there are people that still hitchhike in the places that you can't, but you occasionally see it. You'll see people with signs saying, you know, whatever.
Really? We don't do it in Europe. As far as I know, I never seen anybody hitchhike in Europe ever in my life. At least not in Italy. I don't know if it happens somewhere else, but... No, the US is gigantic. Yeah, it's massive, Sage.
It is, yeah. Also, Sheza, yeah, the Keys are... To me, when we were down in the Keys, we drove the Keys in a convertible Ford Mustang. And it was, I mean, it was like out of the movies. I'm not kidding. It was beautiful. The weather was beautiful, and the state of mind really is. It's very. Everyone down there is so relaxed, basically about all things. It's just so laid back.
Forget about it. You can thank all the serial killers of the 60s and 70s for killing off hitchhiking. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's so sad though. It's so sad. I'm glad that we have modern ways of doing hitchhiking, which is the... What is it? That website where you basically share couches to people for free. Just to hang out. No, it's like you offer a room in your house or a couch for free to people coming to visit your town. Tinder? No, it's kind of like Tinder. There's a guy that my friends talked to me about this. Airbnb, yeah. There's a guy that they know who owns a really nice house in the center of Milan, and he basically uses Airbnb to score with chicks because he only accepts beautiful ladies in his house. So of all the people that look for a place in Milan to stay, he only accepts beautiful ladies, and he hits on them when they but like they are okay with it. It's sleazy, but I'm gonna pay it. You talk, Justin.
But I like listening.
Damn it. No, stop me though. Like, Justin, if you feel like I'm crossing some limit, stop me, because like I cross limits like this literally every 5 seconds on my own stream. But like I still am tasting the ground around here. I don't know how much I can go without being banned from you guys. Take the shovel from him, just... Why would you... Like, I'm not digging any hole. I'm just relaying a story to you guys. I haven't done it. I'm not doing it. I'm not the one doing it. A guy is doing it. I'm just talking about it. You know? If I talk about... I don't know. Charles Manson, that doesn't mean I'm a psychopath. I'm just talking about somebody who was a psycho. You know what I mean? We can...
No, hey, listen. I hate to say it, but like, there's probably very little you can do in terms of holding a stick to Sadie in terms of crazy topics that just really push the limits of where I'm willing to allow it to go. So you're still well within the... She has absolutely pushed the envelope for everybody, so you don't have to worry about it.
Nice. Wait. There is somebody who pushes the envelope more than I do? That means I can...
By far.
Oh man, we can get some really nice talks in here then. You have no idea the shit I say in my stream. Okay, man. Okay, that's good. That's comforting. Okay.
That's true. The two people I could never mix in one stream would be Sadie and Luca. That would be... I couldn't do it.
I kind of want to
just be off the walls.
I kind of want to do a stream with her now.
You should tune in on one of her streams one of these days when you get a chance. It's I know you're probably streaming at the same time, but she gets into all kinds of topics. In fact, regularly she goes, "Hey, can I talk about this?" After she's been talking about it for 5 or 10 minutes.
What kind of topics?
Everything from conspiracy theories to. She always jokes too. As soon as we're about to go live, she goes, "All right, getting ready and warmed up to talk about 9/11." And I'm like, "No, you're not." I'm like, you're gonna leave that alone. Was it an inside job? You're not gonna do that.
I'm joking. I don't want to know an answer.
But stuff like that, she knows. She pushes her luck.
But it's funny though. Like you kind of need to be like that, I think, to engage people. Like. One of the best ways to engage people is to rile them up in a way. And as long as you do it in a friendly way, it just becomes banter in a way. Like, I enjoy doing that too. Like, I love talking about weird stuff. Like, for example, one of the greatest topics I've ever talked about in my stream is if you were to be in a spaceship and opened a very small airlock and pushed your butt against the open airlock and farted, what would exactly happen to you? Would the fart coming out of your bum and going into pure space make your whole bowel come out of you and you would just basically be sucked out of the airlocks? Would nothing happen? Would you burn your bum because of the radiation in the sky? What do you guys think?
I'm not an astronaut, nor do I work on any sort of form of space travel. But I would imagine that in this airlock,
yes,
in order for that to function, you would still have to, that vacuum would have to be broken where you put your rear end. So I would think your butt would freeze maybe not instantaneously, but pretty close, right? So like you're going to get instant frostbite on what's outside.
Okay, so you are pushing your butt against the wall and you fart. The moment you fart, the wall breaks out and you keep farting and only your butt gets to space. What happens? Besides freezing, what happens to the air in your body?
I think, like I said, based on that vacuum, depending on how strong that vacuum is, I would say you get sucked out through that hole. Like all of you?
Entirely? From inside or from outside? Like, does your body get sucked out or do your insides get sucked out and then your body?
I would say insides and then your body. Like I said, I really don't know how strong that vacuum is.
Okay, thank you. That's interesting to know. Oh, yo, should I talk about the Jupiter brain that I talked about today on stream? Okay, do you guys want to be mind blown into a thought experiment that is gonna make you crawl and chill? Okay, I'm about to blow your minds with a YouTube video I watched. Okay, so let's say currently on planet Earth we have the technology to develop nanomachines. We just lack the money, etc. But we can theoretically make nanomachines. Now, nanomachines have the particular ability to procreate, in a sense that they can pick atoms from things around them and make them into another nanomachine. And that means that you could create an infinite swarm of nanomachines in a very short amount of time. Now, if we were to put a bunch of nanomachines and send them to Jupiter and have them reproduce using Jupiter as a source, and then we decided to tell those nanomachines to build a computer as big as Jupiter, we technically, right now, in 2021, we technically have the technology to do that already. Now, the interesting thing is that the computer built to be as big as Jupiter would have a capacity of calculation, which is like 10 to the 90th, an insane capacity of calculation, to the point where it could simulate the life, thoughts, experiences, and deaths of every single human that has ever lived and who will ever live in 2 microseconds. That means that right now, we might be part of a Jupiter brain and we don't know it. We might actually be simulated. Because if another species invented it, we could be just a simulation. And nothing can prove it wrong. Because the computer is so powerful that however we try to prove the simulation wrong, we couldn't. Because the computer is just infinitely powerful.
Wow.
That's cool, isn't it?
So, The Matrix.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty much.
Also, thank you, Mistress, for that clip. That's I haven't seen that clip in a hot minute.
It's interesting, though, isn't it? Like, we could be...
Yeah, it is.
We could be... I could be just a bunch of zeros and ones.
I don't know, Buglips.
If we were to reach Mars and colonize it in the history of our lifetime, would you volunteer to be one of the colonists?
Where would we colonize? Say that again?
If we were to be able to colonize Mars, would you volunteer to be one of the colonists to go there and colonize it?
As long as they had internet.
It would take 20 minutes for a message to reach Earth. You wouldn't be able to play video games.
That seems like a completely reasonable response time to play World of Warcraft, right?
Right.
MarsNet, exactly. You would have MarsNet, and it would be only the people there. So, if you didn't have very many people playing, it wouldn't,
Man, imagine playing League of Legends with the people on Mars and having a feeder into him, and then going to find him because it's like 20 of you there.
Exactly. It's like, I know who this was. I think that's a hard decision. I mean, let's assume. Are we assuming that we're a part of the first wave of colonists?
Yeah, your
are we
life
a part
would
of an
be
established colony?
No, your life would be miserable. You'd live a life of toil, much like feudalist life, because you'd be the one that builds society for others to enjoy it. But without somebody like you,
it'd be like a Midwest settler back in.
But without somebody like you, there would be no Mars future. So somebody needs to do it. Would you be able to do it, or would you just be like, no, I'm gonna stay home and play Candy Crush?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the state of Earth too. I think I'd be willing to give up Candy Crush. That would and Raid Shadow Legends. I'd be able to give those up if the state of Earth were in a rough condition, right? Let's say we're trying to colonize it because we've already had issues here. I would consider it. Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends. Not an ad. No, don't play it. I mean, we are sponsoring Raid Shadow Legends just by talking about it, you know? Like, somebody must have been curious and be like, what is it? And looked it up, and now he's playing it.
I would be completely certain that the first commercial you'd see on the Mars version of YouTube would be Raid Shadow Legends.
No, I haven't, Cameron.
Almost certainly.
I haven't. But I should be watching those things. Is The Expanse good? I have never watched it. Yeah, I never watched it.
That's the one on Amazon, correct?
I have no idea.
I think my fiance and I watched the first couple of episodes. It's really slow, and the writing to me seemed to be kind of wonky. If I'm not mistaken, it's got what's his name in it from The Punisher, whose name I can never remember. Thomas Jane, I think is who's in it. I like Thomas Jane a lot, but it's I don't know. It's the writing seems kind of too hard sci-fi for me, which is what it's supposed to be, I think.
The Expanse is amazing. Okay. That's a good question, Zyko. I don't know who plays it. Enjoy your sleep, Royal. Take care of yourself, baby.
And I keep hearing that, Camel Rage, is that basically I have to get through the first season of The Expanse, and then it's a roller coaster from there. Like, it's just great sci-fi. And I love sci-fi. So one of these days I'll have to, like, I don't know. I'd have to just work my way through it, probably.
I wish I had the time to binge watch a show.
I basically don't watch TV anymore, except for when my fiance requires me to.
I don't play video games anymore. Like, I ended my stream today and I had 4 hours free, right? After the stream. I spent one of the 4 hours eating. And then, like, I was just left in a catatonic state, looking at the screen to get the energy back to stream again now. Like, it's so weird. Like, I haven't had free time, like a free day, so to speak, in more than a year now. Because, like, for example, tomorrow is my free day, right? And you'd expect me to play video games and eat chips all day, but no, I have to go and see if I can ship some models that I have. I have to work on the Patreon stuff, do the PDFs guides. I have to do streaming for another company. Well, it's not a company, it's for an Italian website. It's like there's, you know, like. But
yeah, I get it.
But I like it. That's the thing. I like it. Like, I feel physically tired, but I don't feel mentally tired. In a sense that my work and the people that enable it, like the viewers, etc., they make it fun for me. So, like, my work, in a way, it's a way to enjoy. Like, for example, today I was painting that lady that I showed at the beginning of the stream, and I kind of didn't want to go offline because I want to keep painting, and I kind of was sad that tomorrow I don't have any live stream because I don't know, like, it's so weird, right? You feel tired because you're working hard, but at the same time you're kind of happy that you're doing it.
Well, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, then you're doing it right, you know?
Yeah, like, so many people don't have this luck. You and I, in a way, are very lucky, I think.
I agree. There are definitely people who would take the security of, like, I get to stream basically without the deficit that comes with relying completely on it, which means, you know, you could have issues, right? It could drop out one day, right?
Like, if people stop watching my stream all of a sudden, let's say I say something stupid and gets misinterpreted, and I lose all of my viewers because they all of a sudden think I am a Nazi or something, I am done. Like, there's this kind of a... It's kind of a haunting feeling, but at the same time, you have to be confident in yourself, you know? Like, if you build something good, it means it's gonna last. People are not gonna abandon you in a day. Especially not my people, because I'm friends with my viewers. So, like, it's not the same thing as... It's not like being a Fortnite streamer where, oh, the game isn't relevant anymore, or maybe you're not as good anymore and people just leave you. Like, this is kind of different, I think, so... Wait, you're not a Nazi? I wouldn't subscribe. Fuck off, Dragon. Yeah, you have a kid, Zyko. I don't even want to imagine how it is to have a kid. I would never be able to be a father. Like being woken up at 2 a.m. by a screaming animal. I don't know if I could take it. I don't think
What?
I'm having your kid wake you up by crying and
Oh,
screaming.
okay, yeah.
I don't know if I could take it after.
So it's funny. We talked about stereotypes, or at least in the perceived sense of the rest of the world, right? When it comes to media and things.
Yeah.
My mom and dad, for instance, right? When I was talking, because I'll catch up with my mom every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about how my stream stuff was going, right? And this was. I don't remember when this was specifically. I think it was over Christmas, but we were talking about some of my shows, and I was telling her, some of the more recent shows I'd added, where I was going to add, right? Or in that case, I'd added. Good example was this one, right? I'm interested, and I, kind of told her a little bit about you and what we're doing with the channel, and I told her you were from Italy, and she goes, oh, so we can go to Italy now, right? And she goes, but I've always wanted to see Italy because she thinks that Italy looks all like under. You ever seen the movie Under the Tuscan Sun? I think is the name of it.
But it does. She's right.
All of Italy looks like Tuscany. Literally all of it.
Except the big cities. The moment you leave a big city, Italy looks like a painting.
And that was going to be my question: is how true to it is that particular stereotype.
Yeah, mistress, let's do it. It's true. Italy, the moment you leave big cities, and by the way, big cities are masterpieces of art, because our cities, except Milan and the more modern cities, our cities are built on Roman foundations or Renaissance foundations. So our buildings are not blocks of concrete with windows, but they are like beautiful masterpieces made by the greatest architects of the Renaissance, and they have column of naked angels holding the building. So like cities are beautiful to look at anyway. But yeah, the moment you leave the city and you go into the outskirts, yeah, it's like a painting, dude. The colors are so vibrant in Italy, and that's something that I was talking about a few months back when I was talking about painting styles and their difference based on geography. For example, American painters have a very distinct desaturated painting style. Most American painters, even the famous well-known ones, they have a very desaturated painting style. While, for example, Italian and Spanish painters, they have super saturated colors. English painters tend to use a lot of cold colors. Russian and Polish use also cold colors, and they care more about blending. And I believe that has an influence on them based on where they grow up. Because like Spanish and Italians, we have beautiful weather, very colorful places, and we kind of take that in and make it our reality, and our painting represents that. Like, for example, this thing here, this is a very, if you want to say it, this is a very Italian looking thing, right? Because the colors are very strong. And yeah, like it's something that it's interesting to think about. Like you grow up in a place that gives you something, and that something becomes part of you, even if you don't notice it. And in the mini painters, I believe that influences our styles a lot in the way we paint. But yeah, to answer your question, your mother is right.
Oh, okay. I'll let her know you said that. Here I was managing her expectations, and maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, like if you guys show up in Genoa, I can take you to some places that are like paradise on earth. Look up Cinque Terre. CINQUE -TERRE. Look it up. See the places that come up. Those places are like the paradise.
Oh, wow.
And it's not very far from where I live. Yeah, Sorrento is amazing. I am in Genoa. I live in Genoa. Is it an industrial city? Used to be, not anymore. It's a harbor city. Genoa is, I think, the biggest or second biggest harbor in Europe, or something like that. It's a very important harbor, so many things get brought to Genoa and then distributed across the north of Italy by ship. But it's mostly now, yeah, it's mostly a harbor city and a place for tourists.
Yeah, I imagine when I'm over there, it'll likely be for my honeymoon, and I imagine when COVID's finally done.
Yeah.
So it'll be, and because my fiance and I plan on spending maybe 2 weeks to a month, just kind of traveling all of Europe after we get married.
That's very cute.
So we'll have to stop by and say hello.
Yeah, you have to. Me and Mari will take you to the best pizzeria we have ever been to. It's here in Genoa and it's insane. The pizza they make is just incredible. Rotterdam. Thank you, Ragnar. The Genoese fleet, yeah, exactly. Mistress wants to carry your bags and join you in your trips. You will not be able to take them back though, mistress. You're gonna be smuggling them. My parents lived in Siena for a while. Siena is beautiful. Ah, right, because you're a painter. Right. Right, that makes sense. Aren't you on the no-fly list? Poor mistress. Really? Trieste? Wow. I didn't know. I thought Genoa was the biggest. Wow. Okay. Trieste? What the hell? It's not our fault if you're a bioterrorist and a hater of humanity and all of that is good on this planet. To me, it is. Maybe not to you, but to me it is funny. No, Mistress didn't do anything illegal. We're just joking about her. Because Fish and Wildlife blocked her brushes at the customs. Because of some dumb law, etc., but nothing worrying. Yeah, what happened is a massive load of BS. No, they were made of Kolinsky. It does sound like that, Buglips. You're right. I am Detective Kolinsky. I am Detective Kolinsky. It sounds more like a KGB kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're going against the motherland. Where's the money, Kolinsky? Kolinsky needs a science kick. I don't know, how would you call the sidekick of Kolinsky? You will never know, MJ. Kolinsky and Sable, detectives. That's amazing. That's amazing. Who's the bad cop and who's the good cop of the two? I would say Sable is the good cop. Kolinsky is the one with the Polish origins. That grew up, was born during World War II and had to go through a lot to be able to finally find a life for himself in the US, and now he's full of tragedy and horror, and he's a terrible what the fuck am I talking about? Okay, sorry. Yes, and the show is set in the 70s. And Kolinsky gets asked by the Russians to be a spy. And he refuses, but his arch nemesis, Detective Synth, discovers the thing and assumes that Kolinsky is a spy, so he starts calling the internal affairs on him. And Kolinsky has to defend himself, being accused of being a communist. And Sable tries his best to get his friend. Okay. Columbo was amazing. Columbo was amazing. That show, man, I want to binge watch it so bad. What I loved about Columbo is that he knew from the second the episode started who the killer was. Like, he immediately understands what happened, and then you just watch him for the whole episode, how he gets to F with the killer by how, like, Columbo is like a cobra, dude. He entangles the killer and then slowly squishes it, and you just watch the whole episode, just him slowly choking the killer. And that's why I love it so much, because it's not like a clueless idiot that spends 40 minutes not knowing who the killer was and then finds a, I don't know, I used the sock and it's like, oh, now I know. No, it's Columbo knew from the start who the killer is and he just needs to find a way to get them. Take care, mistress. Have a good day, dude. I'll see you later. Yeah, I love how he plays dumb. It's so amazing. Columbo is great. Columbo is absolutely amazing. Best detective show ever. Probably gonna watch an episode, honestly. I'm gonna watch like an episode after this stream. Not even joking. Okay. Okay, so we got 20 minutes. Let's try to make the best out of them. Painting little thing on top. I love also Murder, She Wrote. But Cabot Cove is a terrible place to go live. I think the murder rate there is worse than Detroit or something. Like, people die in droves in that place. I wouldn't go live there. Seems like a nice place, but wherever she goes, people die. So that's not very nice. One of my favorite shows of all time is Friends. I know it sounds stupid, and it is, but Friends is so good. Yeah, she did travel a lot, but people got killed wherever she went. Poirot, yeah, Poirot also was good. The problem with Poirot is that the protagonist is unbearable. Like, he is so freaking arrogant. Like, ah, man, I cannot stand Poirot. Never watched Friends. Really? So good. Really good. How I Met Your Mother is also really good. Which one was it, Shudder? Barret. I don't know that one. I don't know that show. His arrogance is part of his charm. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, he is right after all, so it wouldn't be arrogance. Arrogance basically means that you don't know what you're talking about and you're acting like you do. So, like, it's not really arrogance if you're knowing what you're talking about, just being a freaking twat. You know. I am a twat myself, so that's fine. I can appreciate twatness. I liked the first couple of seasons of Sherlock. Then it became so dumb, so weirdly, that I was like, no, I'm done. Like, I watched all of the shows, but the first one was grounded in reality, and then it went on its own route. Supernatural is a great show. Ah, the British one. I don't know the British one. Supernatural is a great show, and the guy playing Dean is one of the sexiest men on the planet. I have not, Shadow. I mean, it was absurd to begin with, though. Yeah, we've got to let that dry. Oh, really, Shadow? That's good. That's good. As if I needed one more reason to watch the next season of The Boys. That's great. No, there is another season, Dragna. No, there isn't a conclusion. What are you talking about? Have you seen the final episode? There's clearly a cliffhanger. Like, a very obvious cliffhanger in it. No, I have not cake. Thank you, Colin. How you doing? It's funny? Okay. I haven't seen The Office either. I should watch The Office, I think, too. There are so many shows I need to watch. First season of The Office is rough, then it gets a lot better. Okay. Yeah, we could, Marika. Okay, let's work a bit on pushing contrast here, and then we should be good. We have 10 minutes left, which means that, yeah, next week I need to basically airbrush the non-metallic on the wings. And if I can do that, we can get the model sorta completed by next week. I need to find a way to, I need to base this thing and maybe complete a few details off stream so we can complete it fully together. No, they are just base coated for now. They're gonna look like something like this. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Well, the way I'm seeing it, it's an engine, so it should be made of metal, considering it's an engine. That's how I see it, but, you know, to each their own. No, I don't, Shadow. I don't because I have developed a method from which I can basically copy any color I see and mix it. I explained that method in my Patreon. I have a video explaining how to mix paints. That's the way I mix my paints. And that's my method. So I don't need to record what paints I use because if I see a color I can get it again. No problem. Or if I see a new color I can get it. Like my way of seeing and thinking about color doesn't have anything to do with the name of a paint pot, for example. Like, I don't particularly care about names of colors. I care about the color of what's inside. So for me, everything... Thank you, Dancing. For me, everything translates to an actual color, more than a brand or a specific thing. Like, this is a gray, a warm gray, warm ivory, yellow, ochre, orange ochre, black, gray blue. Like, these are not brand colors, these are just colors. And at the end of the day, the number of colors out there is kind of limited if you think about it. You have primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, and besides different shades of them, there's not much of a difference, right? So long as you can work your way around the color wheel, at least on a theoretical way, you can get anything you want. So I never really felt the need to write down my recipes, although I have written down a couple back in the days when I was still experimenting with colors and things, just to make sure I could get exactly the same result back, but nowadays I don't anymore. Which is a positive thing, because I try to keep the recipes, especially on my Patreon. When it comes to my normal painting, I don't care much, but like on my Patreon, I try to keep all of the guides using different colors, if I can, so that people can try different ways of achieving a result. Like, for example, the non-metallic gold on the bike is painted with completely different colors than the non-metallic gold on the armor of the guy, and you can tell they are very different golds, right? And that was fun for me to play around with. It was really fun, and it can also be helpful to people watching the video on how I painted this guy, because they can learn different recipes. I did that, Barla. I did that. We already have it. We already have it on the Patreon. It's in the Scholar tier. I think you don't see it because you are Dungeoneer. I think. But yeah, we have it. It's in the Scholar tier. One of the issues I have with non-metallic is choosing the right colors. There are no right colors. Like, this is a steel non-metallic, right? Like, the armor of this guy is a black non-metallic, right? And like, this lady here is a weird non-metallic, right? Like, you can do non-metallic with any color you want. As long as you have the right contrast, you can do whatever you want. Being stuck with the idea that you need the right colors is wrong. Because you can achieve non-metallic with literally anything. For contrast, that's another story, but it's not about the color, it's about the vibrancy. That explains what I've been going wrong with painting, trying to converge the colors to other brands instead of just looking for a grey or blue or red. It's like, I don't know, like, this color here is a red. It doesn't matter what's the name of the paint or whatever, this is a red. And this is also a red. The name of the paint means very little to me. This is a very warm, high saturation, orange red. And this is a very cold, low saturation red. And that's how I recognize colors, by how they look, not the name on the pot. Because otherwise you fall into a rabbit hole. Yeah, all of my guides use non-metallic in my Patreon, and I have a 2.5 hour video explaining how to do non-metallic metal. And then there's me who has bought like 5 different shades of Reaper Copper to paint. But that's fine, like, you buying different shades of paint, there is nothing wrong with that. Like, see, that's the fun thing. Like, I am not against the purchasing of many paints. Like, you'd think that somebody like me would tell you, you idiots, why would you buy 200 paints when you can have only 3? And the answer is, you buy 200 paints because having only 3 means you have to mix everything yourself. Like, I can get a skin tone paint, I can mix a skin tone starting from the 3 primary colors. I can spend 2-3 minutes and get the perfect skin tone color, or I can just use a random skin tone color pre-mixed, right? Like, I can mix a skin tone if I need to, but also the comfort of having a pre-mixed paint is incredible. So, like, there are perks to be able to mix your paints, but there are also perks in just having a big collection of paints. What's important, in my opinion, is to do both. You need to learn color theory and understand the colors, but that doesn't mean you should have just 3 colors from now on and paint with RGB black and white for the rest of your life. It just means that now you have more of an understanding of how the colors from different brands and different shades will interact with themselves. You have more control of the medium. That doesn't mean you should spend less money on paint. You should spend exactly the amount of money you want to spend on your paints. Nobody should judge you for how you spend your money. I myself have more than 2,000 paints. Yeah, Punished. That is very true. That is absolutely very true. If you're painting an army, then maybe you want to have exactly the same color. Although I disagree. Because light can hit things differently and not everything is painted exactly the same way. So even an army of ultramarines, I wouldn't use exactly the same blue across them all. I would like to mix it up and have different hues of blue. Very, very subtle differences, but it would be fun for me to do that. It's very pretty, Ragnar. Yes, it's very, very pretty. Yeah, whenever I'm painting something that isn't perfectly wearing an armor, I go out of my way to make things different. Like, if I were to paint an army of Stormcasts, for example, and I'm talking about GW not because I want to be an asshole, but because we're talking armies right now, and GW makes armies, right? If I were to paint an army of Stormcasts, I wouldn't just paint them all like this. I would be having a million different shades of gold in a million different armors. I would paint them in non-metallic, like I did here, but I would have a million different ways of doing gold. I wouldn't want them to be exactly the same gold. I want them to be each their own guy. I thought the only proper color for Ultramarines was Ultramarine. Yes, you can use Ultramarine as a mid-tone, but you can change the color of the shadows and highlights. You can play around with those. Like, I haven't used Ultramarine on this guy, but I don't think anybody can tell me that this is not an Ultramarine, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be happy to disagree, but this is an Ultramarine. I have not used Ultramarine on this guy. But you know, still looks like an Ultramarine. I don't like getting stuck on recipes. That's all I'm saying. Especially not when it comes to armies. I want to do my own thing. Alright, boys. I think we're done. Yeah, it's midnight. Better get some BBD beauty sleep. Are you here, Justin?
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I will see you beautiful people next week. We're gonna be completing this guy. I'm gonna try to do some work off stream if I can manage to find the time, so I can complete the body fully. I can maybe base it somewhere, and next week we can do the wings and finish it off. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a blast having you here. Love you. Take care of yourselves, everyone.
Thank you guys very much for coming out. We're going to be raiding Playing in the Mud. Keep being awesome, as always. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning for more Anne, and then tomorrow's Reaper Live Day. So thank you guys very much one more time.